In the following video, I'm going to give you a simple yet powerful tool to help you when your mind is totally distracted and you require focus and concentration. The breath counting tool will help you focus the mind, help you wash away distracting thoughts and build concentration power. And my name's Chibs. I'm a stress and a burnout specialist and accredited mindfulness facilitator. I work with individuals and organizations providing practical mindfulness and mental fitness tools to reduce stress, reduce the risk of burnout, and improve your ability to get more done in less time. Some of you might know me as one of the meditation instructors and narrators on the Calm app. Now, the statement I'm about to make might seem a little bit obvious, but in my experience, most people haven't really made this link. The ability or inability to concentrate isn't something that we're stuck with. There are things that we can do to improve our concentration, and there are things that we can do to reduce our ability to concentrate. So for example, multitasking, smartphones, emails, texts, notifications, alerts. These are all things that are distracting us and reducing our ability to concentrate. But since these distractions are all now normal parts of living, we have to find ways to find our focus and to build up our concentration. Now, the breath counting tool is a strength building exercise that you can use to focus the mind. So it washes away distracting thoughts and it builds up that concentration power. It trains our minds to cultivate that single pointedness and that ability to focus, which is vital in our modern world. So when should you use this tool? Well, you should use this tool anytime that you find your mind is busy or distracted or you require concentration and focus. Now, if you like, you can also use this as a formal daily meditation practice to build up that concentration muscle. So I've got a really cool counting cool's maybe not the right word for it, but I've got a good counting game that I like to play, and I'll talk more about that at the end. So how do we use the tool? Well, I guess it's kind of self-explanatory, right? Counting the breaths. But there are a few technical details that will help with the focus. Now, I invite you to do this exercise with me as I'm explaining it to you so that you can practice it as I talk you through it. So let's treat this like a mini meditation. So find yourself a comfortable position, and you'll probably prefer to do it with your eyes closed, but you can do it with your eyes open if that feels more comfortable. So I invite you to close the eyes for this practice, and it should take around 2, maybe 3 minutes in total. So first of all, let's just take a few breaths. So let's take slightly slower and slightly deeper breaths than normal. So breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose or the mouth. And as you breathe, notice your belly rising and falling. Now on your next inhale, I want you to pause for a brief moment at the top of your inhale and then exhale. And at the very end of your out breath, I want you to mentally count inside your mind 1. Then again, I want you to inhale, tiny pause, exhale, and at the end of your out breath, mentally count inside your mind 2. Inhale, small pause, exhale, 3. And I want you to keep counting like this at the end of every out breath until you reach 10. Then when you get to 10, I want you to start counting backwards. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, until you reach 1 again. Now, if you get all the way through, start counting again from 1. All right, so there's going to be silence now for about 90 seconds. So you're not going to hear my voice while you continue to count on your own. And if you do lose count, which is very possible, maybe even probable, forgive yourself for getting distracted. And without giving yourself a hard time about it, simply starting again from 1. All right, I'll be back in 90 seconds and there's going to be silence until then. keeping the eyes closed as we bring this practice to an end. And I invite you to notice how your mind is feeling right now. Notice how your body's feeling. Are you feeling more focused? Are you feeling more relaxed? Are you feeling less relaxed, less focused? So we're just noticing. There's no right, there's no wrong answer. All right, and you're welcome to crack open the eyes if they were closed, and you can come back to the room. Okay, so this tool is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but in many situations, it can really help us to focus and to settle. So you can find the instructions in the workbook, but to recap on how to do this by yourself, what we do, we count all the way up to 10. When we get to 10, we count backwards to 1, remembering to count at the end of each exhale. Now you've got a few options on how to use this tool, so you can decide on a number, for example. So you can decide, I'm going to count up to 10, and then I'm going to come back down to 1, and then that's the end of my practice. So that's one way of doing it. Or you can set a timer for, let's say, 5 minutes, and then you can count up and down from 1 to 10 to 1 to 10 to 1. Do that over and over again for 5 minutes. And if you like, you can treat it like a game. And this is that cool game that I told you about earlier. And I often do this as a concentration exercise. Okay, so I'm training my brain to get better and better, and I gamify it. Now the beginner version of this game is you keep going until you can count all the way up to 10 and all the way back down again to 1 without getting distracted and without losing count. Now, if you do get distracted in the middle and you lose count, you start again from 1. Okay, so the aim of the game is to get all the way up to 10, back down again to 1 in one complete run. Bonus points if you can do the counting game while keeping your body relaxed. Because you might find that if you're concentrating too hard, that you'll be creating tension. So maybe you'll find you'll be frowning in the face, or there'll be some other tension in the body. So we keep the body relaxed as we do so. In meditation, we want to be focused, but we want to have a relaxed focus. Now, as time goes on and the more that you use this tool, your concentration power will increase and it will become effortless to go up to 10 and then back down to 1. So once you can do that with ease, then what you can do, you can increase the count to 20. When 20 becomes too easy, increase it to 30 and then 40 and so on. As Zen Buddhist masters, they claim that if you can go all the way up to 100 and then back down again to 1 with ease, and remember, ease means not only doing it without getting distracted, but keeping yourself relaxed as you do it. Well, if you can do it with ease, you will have developed such inner mental power that anything in life will be within your reach. I'm not quite there yet. I've not managed to get to 100, but one day, hopefully I will. All right. So the thing that I want you to remember from today is that whenever you feel distracted and unfocused, all you need to do is count to 10. So make a real commitment over the next few days to use this technique at least once a day. So if you do start to feel scattered and unfocused, then that's the perfect time to use it. But even if you don't feel particularly unfocused, I still want you to practice this counting tool. Perhaps you can treat it like a game to bring some fun into it and pay attention to any changes that might be happening in your state of mind while it's happening. So for me, the counting tool, it helps me focus, it grounds me, and it relaxes me. But we're all individuals, so what works for me won't necessarily work for you. So between now and the next session, let's find out if this is the tool for you. Thanks so much for watching. Best of luck practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.